So all single mothers out there that trained children that have not even turned out to be responsible and beautiful, kudos to you. Like you deserve. I wish I had a flower. I'm gonna give it to you. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's such a delight to have you watch me from wherever it is you're watching this video from. My name is Ifeoluwa Majakudumi, Ife Majek for short. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm new as well, so welcome. I'm a young lady in her early 20s, navigating life just like you are as well. And it's just me that thinks about this first name and surname combo. Like, do you ever think about it? So for me, Ifeoluwa Majekodumi. Ifeoluwa means God's love. Majekodumi means don't let it pain me. Please put it together. God's love, don't let it pain me. I don't get it. Does God's love pain? I don't get it. You also have those funny name combos. Let me hear it. Please drop it to the comment section. I remember I heard a gist of someone. Her name is Oluwanifemi, and she's gonna get married. Her husband's surname at the time happened to be Ifasheo, and she's Oluwanifemi. If you're not a Yoruba person, means God loves me. Ifasheo means thanks to the gods or to the deity, or like Ifa is like an oracle, so thanks to the oracle or something. So the lady was like, me, Oluwanifemi, so God will love me, finish. I will not say thank you to an oracle. As how? So she fought it though. She fought with her now husband, right? And he had to change to Olu something. I think Olu Shemwa. I can't remember, but I know he had to change to something beautiful. It was a big. So do you also have all those funny weird? When I was in secondary school, I was teased. Hey, my surname, I was teased. I remember my friends, my classmates, any small thing, Magical do me, please don't let it pain. You know how secondary school students can be. So back to what we were saying. This is Keeping It Casual with Ife Majek, and on Keeping It Casual, we talk about everything deep, only that it's in a casual tone. If you're like me and you're 20s and maybe 30s as well and navigating life, I hope you find this space useful, purposeful, because real life is hard. You know how we were taught DYDX in secondary school, and it seemed like DYDX was the toughest thing in life. More real life hard past DYDX. Real life hard past DYDX. We're not told. I mean, it's almost like, you know, after secondary school, you go to uni and you feel like, after uni, let me now start working and all of that. And life is just looking at you like, they play. And it's like nobody gave anybody the manual. Things happen and you're like, oh, I was supposed to figure this out myself as well. I mean, I wasn't told. I want to talk about something interesting. This is going to be a conversation, so please keep it going in the comment section. I want to talk about transitioning from childhood to adulthood, because I clearly remember my 16th birthday with my friend Usayo. I clearly remember my 16th birthday. And then it seemed like, oh, you're now sweet 16. If you wrote jam and you read sweet 16, you know what I'm saying? It feels like you're sweet 16. And then boom, you're just 20 something and you're like, wasn't it just yesterday? So I think there's a way everything just moves on fast. And then you get to a point where you're like, oh, how am I supposed to figure this out? Oh, I didn't know this. Oh, I wasn't taught this. I don't get it. It happens. I'm sure you've been at that point. I'm sure even you might not verbally express it like this, but you've been at that point where you're just like, okay, right? And this is why I want to have this conversation, which is how childhood experience affects adults. I think that's a topic nobody prepares you for. Like, we were never prepared for it. I didn't know that the society, I knew that all of these things, how you were brought up, family, traditions, values, I knew that everything would sum up to be the kind of adults that you are, but just on the surface level. I didn't know how you would have to navigate through life because of those things. I didn't know how you would have to deal with people, and you won't know that this way because of the way I was brought up. I didn't know that I'll get to a point where my temperament would be affected because of this thing. And the truth is, so many people do not even realize they're like this. They're just navigating through life. They're just going, and some are not even self-conscious or aware to know that. Let me sit back and think, why do I behave this way? Some are just like, that's how I am. Oh. Me, when something happens, I don't take nonsense. I don't take this one. I'm going. Some, if you talk to me anyhow, if you tell me when I tell you 20, they don't know that. Some shut down. Some adults, when life happens, they just shut down. I don't talk to anybody, ghost. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to hear anybody. And you feel it's okay. Like me, I can ghost anybody, and you really think it's okay. Some want to, I want to talk about it now. I want to fix it now. Let's talk about it now. And you don't know also that that's because of how you were brought up and your childhood experience. A lot of adults do not know. They just feel like, I am that way. Now let us play a game. Put your 5 fingers up. Make sure you're doing it. Put your 5 fingers up. Blessing Nkechi Williams Tola. Put your 5 fingers up. Alright, so let's go. Put your finger down if at any point in your life you have been a people pleaser. Put your finger down if you have feared abandonment by a loved one. Put a finger down if as a child you were told no without a reason. Put a finger down if you have or know someone that has daddy issues, like their dad left, all those stories about daddies. Then put a finger down if you're navigating through everything just like me. If you have more than 3 fingers down, let me just argue. If you did not put any finger down, you are supposed to be on this show. You should be the one here seated asking questions. You put more than 3 fingers down, I'm rooting for you as well. So let us talk about these daddy issues. It's almost like in Nigeria. I do not know about every other country, but in Nigeria, it's almost like this daddy issues thing is everywhere. Growing up, you would not want to share your story with your friends. You don't want to talk about if you had daddy issues. You may not want to talk about your dad because you feel like you are the only one. When you grow up, for a country like Nigeria where we glorify suffering, Nigerians glorify suffering a lot. We tell a Nigerian that, no light from my house yesterday. The person will reply, now your own yesterday, my own for 1 year now, get like. If you tell a Nigerian, I never chopped today, the person will reply, I never chopped since last month, no be only you. So Nigerians glorify suffering. So if you tell, it seemed like growing up, your story was special and it is unique to you. I'm not even trying to say it's not. Your story is unique to you, it makes you you. But growing up, it seemed like you're the only one, like, my father left. Or to me, somebody person will say, your own father left at so age. My own left before I was born. And that person said, my own did not even wait. He left since. Like, they're just stories about there so many daddy issues. So like a lot of, and now I want to tell all this to the ladies because that's the perspective I understand. I would really like to have a guy who had daddy issues or maybe mommy issues come and talk. I think we'll get to that. That's something I really look into. Ladies that had daddy issues. A lot of ladies, you just see them, either their father left or he left their mother and got married to another person, or they just grew up not knowing him, or he's present but irresponsible, and that can be termed as absence as well. They are just varieties of daddy issues, and I do not even know why. The statistics is insane. Now, a typical Nigerian child grows up an absent father. Some could be lost. You lost your dad. My heart goes out to you because that's something that nobody planned for, right? Well, and that also has an effect. And that pain is different because she's grieving her husband. There's grief, she misses her husband. Especially if your husband was an amazing and loving person. That's another level of pain. That if you were here, you would have helped with this, you would have handled this, you would have seen how well your children are growing. But for those that the father left, like due to irresponsibility. They're just absent. They did not. That's a lot because now most times this is what I have seen and heard that happen. A consistent pattern that I have seen over time. The single mother tends unknowingly lashes out on the child. They are angry. They do not like the fact that they're handling things alone. And what happens is they begin to lash out on the children or child, as the case may be. They're angry. They're always shouting. And as a child, you do not understand these things. You're just like, what did I do again? You do not get it. They did this, carry this thing, you do this thing. You're like, and you're like, this is something you could have told me gently. But of course, if you grew up in a Nigerian home, you dare not. Your mother says, do this thing. You want to tell her, but you should have told me gently. Oh, you're going to sleep outside. You are gonna sleep outside. You get it. But this is what happens over time. Although most times it strengthens the resolve of these mothers to train those children well. Most kids that were raised by single mothers, they actually turn out well. From my perspective, from people that I have seen, they turn out well because their mother, she's literally the mother and father. She makes sure that they have the best of education. She makes sure that their life is meaningful, all encompassing, right? So physically, you see them, they're doing well, they are top of this and top of that. But check the child emotionally. Problem. That's where the actual problem is. Now, the child is growing and he or she is no longer that baby, that toddler, that teenager. The teen era is even another era that kudos to parents. Again, kudos to parents. So all single mothers out there that trained children that have not even turned out to be responsible and beautiful, kudos to you. Like, you deserve. I wish I had a flower. I'm gonna give it to you. The teen era is a lot. That teenage era is a lot. That's when the child wants to explore. In clear terms, you hear the child wants to start having boyfriend. We all had those stories. Don't worry. If you did not have that story, love to you. But we had it. So as a teenager, quick gist. I was in my exploring era. My mother did not allow me to go anywhere if it was not church. School, church, home, triangular lifestyle. So in church now, church boys, I was a teenager, I can't remember. But church boys now is this guy I fell in love. Fine, cool dude, instrumentalist, and I fell in love. It's not love, don't worry. I thought it was love, but if you are watching this and you are in your early 20s, you know these things, you understand. So I fell in love, and I was in secondary school, maybe ASS 1 or GSS 3, I don't know. Pure nonsense. So I had a phone, I used to communicate and everything. Then one day, 2 a.m., midnight, my mother just came to check on me and saw that our precious daughter Ifeoluwa was chatting with a guy. If you are in my generation, I'm sure you just said get down. Then she took the phone and she saw that I was chatting with a guy. And you know now that night you can't sleep till morning. Even if she says go and sleep, you can't sleep because you don't know if belt is coming from anywhere. You know you're in trouble. You are cooked. You are just cooked. So my mother collected so she seized my phone, or that's like the first punishment, seized my phone, and I can't even remember how we went through that phase. But guess what, guys? After she seized my phone and I could not contact this guy anymore, guess what I did? I don't know if you had, yes, if you are in the same age bracket, you should have those diary that had like a key. But those keys don't work. You can just open a diary like this now. I wasn't smart, so I had those diary. And then I went into my diary and I wrote it there. Dear diary. Dear diary. So my mom seized my phone and I can't speak to XYZ anymore. I miss him and I love him so much. And I can't wait to see him. Matter of fact, Valentine's Day is in a few days. And now I can't see him and talk to him anymore. Like, that's the summary of what I was writing in my diary. What do I know about Valentine? Nothing. I understand this feeling for mothers, like, oh, you've trained this child so much, you have prayed for this child, like, Ofedi Dakuda, like, what is happening? And they would feel disappointed in that period, like, oh my goodness, this child, you want to be wayward? No, they start to feel like they've not done enough. So it's growing up now that I understand that feeling. Like, have I not done enough? I've trained you in the way of the Lord and everything. You want to be following me. So that period, she started to search all my things. And then my mom found, they just seized the phone from the child yesterday. Then they searched the child's bag tomorrow. No, you're supposed to be in your sober mood now. Then they searched your bag tomorrow. They found diary. Mom was like, what? So that's when she beat me. No, she didn't beat me initially. That's when she beat the stupidity had to fly out of my head. My mom is huge and people call her soldier woman. She takes no nonsense. So she flogged the nonsense away from my head. Guess what, guys? Just guess. Yes. I took a full scrap sheet and I started writing a letter. I was not going to give the guy. I could not even see him anymore. But I started to write in the full scrap sheet. My mom says to my phone and diary, I miss this person so much. Is everything I want in a guy. Teenager. What do you know that he said it's everything he wants in a guy? And I wrote the most beautiful letter. He's handsome, he's caring, he's eloquent. I wrote like that as a then. And guess what? So I came back from school that day. I still put the full scrap in my bag. You can't be smarter than your parents, especially African mothers. I put the full scrap in my bag. My mom saw the full scrap sheets again. Can you see the sequence? You saw your phone, they seized it. You went on to what's it called now? To diary, they seized it. You now went to full scrap sheets. Are you a goat? If you're Oluwa of 13 or 14 years old, were you a goat? You had to be a goat. Only a goat that will be that stubborn. Then my mom took the letter and guess what? She went to my school. She took the letter to school and showed it to my principal. She said they should beat me on the assembly ground. They should call me on assembly and beat me. But you're a good girl in school and everybody just feels, and the teachers and everybody were like, no. She just wants to derail and everything. Let's track her back. And they didn't. Thankfully, that assembly did not happen. I have to give you guys that quick gist and everything. And so back to what I was saying. So when single mothers raise this fairly, and I think they're always harder on the girls, right? Because they don't want you to be wayward. They don't want you to, because when you're wayward, you probably end up with a man that would also leave. They just don't want generational patterns to continue. Shout out again to all mothers that they used everything they had and have to train children. Shout out to you. Thank you. We'll talk about single fathers as well. Only that I'm not in the right place to talk about that. Mothers, they tend to want to lash out. They just want to lash out on you, and you do not get it as a child. Oh, mommy, this person is having a birthday. Can I go? No, and it stops at no. And you can't, if you grew up in a typical African or Nigerian home, you cannot even ask why. So it's not even about did you ask why and they didn't tell you. You cannot ask why. You dare not. Are you questioning me and all of those things? So you just get no. Oh, mommy, can I do this? No. And you're like, you now start to figure out the why by yourself, and you leave the child with lots of unanswered questions. At the point, the child will not even want to ask anymore because the child knows that the answer would be no. And you did not tell the child, oh, this is what I'm trying to protect you from. Okay, you can go, but how about you go with this friend? Or I come with you, or just an explanation is standing no, and you have to take it. And so the child sulks because you cannot cry over that. If you cry unnecessarily in an African home, if you're not Yoruba, that means you get slapped. If you can't just be a if you see children that grew up in typical African homes, you can't be dull. You have to be smart. You just can't do nonsense because every smart is bad. I just said a lot of girls grow up early because you just can't be stupid. That's the word. You can't be stupid. This is not even about single mother or not. If you grow up in a typical African home with a Nigerian mother, you can't be stupid. Oh, am I supposed to wash this plate now? No, don't wash it. You know you should wash it. Should you get? If you grew up in a typical like Nigerian home and you're not smart, you fall our hand. You fall our hand. I was at the salon a particular day, and there was this young girl. I think her mother owns the salon, and they were asking her to help with things, and she was just rude, like a 7 or 8 year old girl. She was rude to everybody in that salon. Come and help with this. She said, "No, I'm not coming." Like confidently, she's telling adults, "No, I'm not going." Telling everybody, "No, no, no," and I'm like, my mother. You can't be a child. It's not possible. You are rude. You are rude. You are rude. Where did you learn it from? Where did you pick it from? From who? My mother, that if you're trying to explain what happened to her, you do not gesticulate. You know, when you're just trying to say, "No, I went there. So when I was coming," don't do that hand. You put your hands like this and talk. You are rude. Where did you even pick it from? It's not possible. You can't. Rude. That's far. And I'm thankful to her for that. Now, back to daddy issues. The father left. Sometimes the mother try to shield the child from the actual story in a bid to protect the child, and then they do not say everything that happened, and the child is just left with puzzles, because whether you believe it or not, they will grow and they will understand. A child's mind is like a blank slate at birth, and when experiences, school, society, church or mosque or whatever comes in, it begins to fill the child's mind, fills the child's mind, and then eventually becomes the board that that child is. You couldn't ask certain questions, you were not told the full story, or if you were told, you're told only a part, and you just grow up with puzzles that you now begin to fix and put together as an adult. Combined with, if you're still in university, you are still dealing with an institution wahala. If you are done, you are still dealing with life. In a 9 to 5 or an entrepreneur, dealing with that. And you will now still combine all of these puzzles and it's just a lot, to be honest. And these are the issues. You do not know how it affects the child. And for most ladies, it leads to attachment issues, or growing up to have what they call fear of abandonment. So, you see a young girl chasing for love where it is not, because the most important earthly father figure in our life was not present. That void is there, and the child begins to crave male validation. And sadly, for some, it gets worse. And this is how you see it is not an excuse for immorality, it is not an excuse to be wayward. So I'm not even condoning it. Well, this is how you see some girls get pregnant. So eventually, that thing you're trying to shield your child from, it gets worse, or the pattern continues. That child that got pregnant as a teenager or whatever, 90% of the time the man is not responsible, so the pattern has continued. So you see the child wants male validation, because at at home the mom is just hostile, she's always nagging, shouting, angry, and the child doesn't get it. She doesn't want you to make that same mistake, but now she's taking it with force. Now she's training you with, you mustn't try that. You can't even say hello to a random guy. Hey, why are you talking to you? Why are you not there? And it makes you just, you're left with so many puzzles in your head, like, hey, eh? And when they start getting to the age where they now start being in relationships and, want to start getting married, unfortunately for some of them, they start getting attached to emotionally unavailable partners. But then this girl is now in a relationship with someone that ghosts, but she can't leave because she's emotionally attached. She's scared that he will leave also, because the number one earthly father figure in her life left. And now she's attached, she's scared. Will you leave also? Are you sure that there are standing marriages? Are you sure that men will stay? Are you sure that people get married and stay for long? Are you sure this person is also not going to live like I've always seen? Do you get? This is what the pattern of daddy issues begins to cause, and then the girl gets from one emotionally unavailable partner to another one to another one. Then she has attachment issues. The people that get into relationships, they have what they call anxious attachment. He has not responded. Why has he not responded? Is he leaving already? Oh, he has not called me today. Why hasn't he called me? Is he leaving already? Is he going to leave me also? It is this daddy issues. And the ladies sometimes do not even get it. They do not understand why they are this way. My love, if you're watching this and you are dealing with this or you're like this, I'm not to tell you that it's not your fault. And if you had daddy issues, you can trace out your attachment style to your childhood experience. I am sorry. It wasn't your fault. You did not have to go through that. Your father wasn't present. You had nothing to do with that. It wasn't your fault. It has nothing to do with your worth. It has nothing to do with who you are as a being. It has nothing to do with your value. You are whole. And this is not just some sort of affirmation. I'm categorically letting you know, because this is an actual issue that people do not talk about. Or let me rephrase. People in my age bracket do not want to talk about it because they are scared. They are scared of hostile parents again. Because when you come and talk about this, you hear parents, what do you even know? That's the best way we could train you. Please calm down. If you're a lady and you've dealt with daddy issues that has made you crave for attention, or some is even space. Yours is not even attention. You don't want attention, you want space. Like, just leave me alone. Oh, let me be. Eventually, you will leave anyway. You've concluded that they will leave even when they're not showing you patterns that they will. I understand. I'm just here to tell you that you are worthy of love. Like my name, Ifeoluwa, you are God's love first, and that's like the most important thing. And this is not some sort of cliche stuff. You're actually God's love. If your earthly father wasn't present, I'm here to tell you that God, the verse of the Bible that says, "Don't my mother and father forsake me, the Lord will receive me." God is ever present, is ever sure, is your father. And please, intentionally, for the sake of your well-being, for the sake of your life, for the sake of your children, because if you say you want to break generational patterns, then it starts from these things that you think are small. It starts from these things that you think are minute. Please, if you've never thought that you are a certain way, after you watch this video, think about your relationships with people, maybe not even romantic relationships. Just think about your relationships with people. Think about how you've acted. Trace it to your childhood experience. It might not even be attachment issues, it could be something else. If you're free enough, share it in the comment section. We can tackle it as well. We can talk about it as well. So please and please and please take time, be conscious enough to know why you are this way. And most importantly, take it upon yourself for the sake of you, for the sake of your unborn children, for the sake of the beautiful family that you are going to have, for the sake of the nation of the world that you are going to bless. Please take time to heal. Heal from it. Detach yourself from unnecessary childhood experiences. The good ones that have shaped you to be the amazing person that you are, embrace them. The bad ones, please detach yourself from them. There's this thing that Pastor Felix and Funke Adejumo said. When people try to revisit the old building of your past, we tell them that building has been sold, so you don't even know what you're talking about anymore. And as for you that might have made mistakes as a result of this attachment or detachment issue, maybe you're watching this again and you probably have a physical scar to it, because believe it or not, because many people that have gone through these daddy issues or whatever, they already have emotional scars. and maybe you have a physical scar. Say that you've had a child and you're like, Ife, I have had a child already because of this. Nobody told me this. It's okay. It's okay. We're categorically telling you that your life will be meaningful. Your life is meaningful. I know of a God that doesn't repair, he renovates, he renews. This is one of my favorite spoken word piece from Gloria Umana. It doesn't repair. So it's not like, oh, the glass, like they say, the glass is broken. When you pick up the pieces and you say sorry, make does it fix the glass? The God I know doesn't do that. He doesn't patch. He heals without leaving scars. You know, when you have an injury and then he heals, and then people say, why do you have an injury? Show them the mark. The God I serve, when he heals, you don't have a mark to show for it. So when people say, where is the mark? You're like, I don't know. I don't know. He is healed. I am certain of that God. That God will revisit you, would comfort you, would help you heal. Also, please and please take time, take it upon yourself, take it upon for the sake of the beautiful, amazing, phenomenal woman you're gonna grow to be. A big voice, a global voice, an amazing person that you are going to be. Please take time to heal. Take time to heal. Take it upon yourself to heal. If you need to visit a therapist, please do. If you need to have a sit down conversation with your mother, if you already can, please be wise about it and have that conversation with your mother. And if you're a mother and you're watching this as well, my heart goes out to you. Thank you for your labor of love. Thank you for how you took it upon yourself to train us in the best way that you could, because whether we take it or not, we're navigating this life for the first time. Just we're navigating life for the first time. Okay, God is helping everybody. So thank you to our moms. Thank you so much for the labor of love, how you have trained us to have sense. Because some of us cannot try nonsense. Because of how fierce you were with us growing up and how you handled us. Say thank you. So please, if you're watching this and you feel like you might have handled your daughters in a way that might not get the desired results that you aim for, please, because at the end of the day, a lot of children are growing up to parent themselves all over, to unlearn certain things, to know that this is not okay, even though this is how I was trained. In the midst of all of that, mistakes come. They say experience is the best teacher, and that is why most of our parents teach us from their experience. So for my generation, I would say knowledge is the best teacher. Your parents are teaching you from their own experience. You will learn from what they are saying. You don't have to go through it again. That's just like waste of experience, waste of their own experience. Before you build beautiful things for yourself, take it like a the way you took your 4 unit courses in school and 3 unit courses. Take it like that. Take it upon yourself to fight for you. Try and fight. That might include therapy. That might include a sit-down conversation. For the sake of the nations of the world that will be blessed through you, please enjoy. Be cool. I don't know it in Hausa. Take it upon yourself. Heal from your childhood traumas. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy. Please, it's not your fault. That's what I need you to know first. It's not your fault. You take it upon yourself that you would fight to be better. You would fight so that you do not bleed on the wrong people. That was a lot. If you've come to this point and you stayed, I'm crying, I'm emotional. Thank you so much. Thank you. It means that what you're saying is that I'm worth your time. I appreciate it. If you cannot relate to it, that's fine. You can share it with somebody. Please be wise about it. You can share it to somebody that you feel it resonates with. That would be amazing. And if you've watched this point and you've liked this video already, tell me the color of G-Wagon that you want. I'm buying it for you. And if you're subscribed, yay! Do you want a mansion, duplex, castle, a palace? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna get it for you. And if you shared, you shared the video. That's a lot That's like top level, high level. Means that you feel like somebody should hear this and then you share it with them. I appreciate you so much. And if you've not liked, you've not subscribed, you did not leave a comment, what do you want me to do? Please do. If this resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. We've officially come to the end of this episode. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section. And I, Ife Magic, will see you in the next episode. Till I come your way again, stay joyful, stay happy, stay peaceful, stay good, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.